So I've had some questions regarding the rooftop tent, the way it was attached to the Rhino Rack, and how I made the awning work so that when you opened up the tent, it didn't hit the awning. And that were some, well, we did have an issue with the awning. When you opened it up, it would hit open the rooftop tent up, it would actually hit the awning. So I'm gonna go over kind of what we did to make it work. I didn't actually install the tent. I had the place that I bought it from install it, but they told me kind of what they ran into and what they did to fix it. So I'm just gonna kind of go over that and some of the questions that I've had regarding it. Basically, the two main questions was, how do I make the awning work with the rooftop tent, the IKamper, and how was the IKamper attached to the Rhino Rack platform? So anyway, I'm going to start with the roof rack, kind of how it was installed, and move from there. So let's take a look at that. On the rooftop tent, there's 3 attachment points. One right here, one right here, and then one right here. So hopefully you can see those. So basically 3 attachment points. This works, it has the backbone system. So you have this metal brace in here that goes across the bottom on your tub or whatever, and then basically it goes clear around the window, and then it's hooked in right here. Well, that's what those brackets bolt into right here. So when you have that weight of the tent and us up there and stuff, it's actually reinforced. It's putting the weight down this into your body rather than on the soft or the hard top. So on this front one, that one, so I don't know if you can see it, but right here is where the bracket ties in. It actually it sits on the roll cage, so that's a solid support there too. So that's how they've been able to, I guess, make that work with the weight up there. So we'll move up here to the top. So the tent's right here. This is the Rhino Rack. You have these, I don't know, you've got these gaps between the whatever you want to call these, the parts that run where you can attach all your stuff to. So these right here are actually, so I can haul some max tracks up here. But anyway, so the way this tent attaches is there's a brace that runs between, I actually think it's on this one, but it's in between one of these holes that sits down in there, and it has some clamps. Let's see if I can kind of show kind of where so you can kind of see the clamps there. But anyway, so this bar down below that those planks sit on top of, it actually, they're the cross members, it actually clamps around that, and that's what keeps it tight, keeps it on the roof. It's really, really easy system. It's actually got a bar you stick in from the back, and it goes into that, and you twist it, and it opens those feet up, or it tightens them down. So really slick way and easy way to put your tent on. So works really good. No issues at all when it comes to that. So when it comes to the awning, the issue we had with that was the brackets that come with it. I'm guessing, since I didn't put it on, but I'm guessing that the way it shows it is, actually when you mount the tent or this on, it sets it back. It sets it back more into this area, and it sets it up taller. So when you open up, well, there's two issues that it created. One of them, you couldn't center the tent on the rack, so you would have it hanging out the passenger side a bit, which looked kind of funny. And the other is the fact that when you opened it, it would hit the awning and not allow it to open completely all the way. So this bracket right here, you can kind of see right here, this is the short end of it, and then you got a long end of it. I think originally they put the short end and hooked it to the rack, and then put the long end up onto the awning. Well, so it pulled the awning in and raised it. So to fix that problem, they reversed it. They put the long end, bolted it to the rack, the short end comes up here, and your awning bolts to that. So in doing that, it moved the tent, or not the tent, it moved the awning out and down. So by flopping that bracket and putting the long end and hooking it to the rack and the short end to the awning, it made it so that we could push that awning out away from, you know, the actual rack, which did two things. The first thing it did is it made it so we could center the rooftop tent on top of the rack, so it just looks better. I mean, it works the other way, but it looks better. But the big issue was the fact that it wouldn't open up that way, you know, without hitting it. So by doing that, not only did it move it out, it actually dropped it down a little bit. And it made it so we could center that and still open it up, and just enough clearance that it doesn't hit it. So there've been some people that asked me some questions on it, so I just thought I'd do a quick little video on this and just kind of show you how I made it work. So hopefully if anybody has that question or wondering how the setup works with the IKamper and the awning on the Rhino Rack platform, it kind of show how we made it work. Anyway, so hopefully if you had any questions, that answered them. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, and we'll see you on the next one.